Hello, everyone. I hope you had a good break between our presentations. Before we start off, I would like to ask a quick question here. Just raise your hands if you have already thought about your retirement planning. Well, thank you, thank you. But the main question is, do people actually feel confident in their retirement planning, right? On the screen, I have some stats from Greenwald Retirement Confidence Survey in 2025. It clearly states that only 24% of American workers are very confident in their retirement planning. That's a serious concern, right? And that's why we are here. We are Team 10. We are Nestwise Agentic AI Retirement Guide. I'm Ajinkya Naik. With me, I have Anthony Jackson, Damilola Williams, Gareth Noble, and Gustavo da Silva. Now I would hand over the stage to Dami to present our problem statement.
Thank you, Ajinkya. Ajinkya just gave us some stats about who our product is for. Now, we got to ask ourselves, what is the problem? That's the first question that every good business must ask itself before venturing into business. So, what is the problem with retirement planning? The first obstacle that we might face with retirement planning is that most users have a fragmented financial picture. What does this mean? They have different views of their retirement, savings account, investment account, bonds account, so many accounts. And this gives them a low confidence in making decisions because there's no unity in what they're doing. Another obstacle that we might see for retirement planning is the generic and inconsistent guide that a lot of financial planners give users. Just template-based answers that don't really feel personal to them. Another issue with retirement planning is that there are complex laws, rules that muddle retirement planning. So most users don't even have any kind of financial understanding. So how can they understand retirement planning? And that's where our goal comes into play. We are Team 10, we are Nestwise, and our goal is to make users have a personalized guide with their retirement planning, educate them with retirement advice and financial knowledge, and then give them a plan that they can use, obviously. And obviously, with these goals together, we can then get to the peak of our goal, what we're trying to do, which is increase the confidence of our users, to increase the confidence of people like me and you, obviously, that want to retire, and so that we have more confidence in our retirement plan. Now, Blaze will take us through the requirements for this goal.
Thank you so much, Dami. So we understand the problem and we understand the goal, but how do we get from A to B? So these are the requirements for our product. What we need is a user-centric UI so that anyone that comes to our product is able to easily understand how to navigate it and get something out of it. Next, we need dynamic prompts so that any user that comes in and uses our product, no matter their situation or whatever financial problem that they have, our product will be able to dynamically adapt to it and provide advice based on it. Next, we need to have trusted and updated sources backing our product, because if we give false advice for financial issues, that's bad for everyone. And then finally, something that we want for ourselves as developers is that we want to sharpen our skills and learn emergent technologies. One of these examples is, of course, the lane graph framework. Now, what is lane graph exactly? So this leads into our tech stack. So lane graph is a great orchestration tool that is able to take LLMs and agents and have them work together towards a synchronous single goal. It's sort of like the engine of our project. Next, we have OpenAI vector embeddings. What this can do is take user input and it can vectorize them and then put them in a vector database so that an agent can access them efficiently. And of course, there's RAG. This is a technology. I like to use the analogy of a professor giving a student a sheet of notes to use an exam. We as developers are giving trusted documents to our product so that it can help users with their financial issues. Next, there's prompt engineering. This is how we can tell our agents and LLMs exactly what they need to do with the user input to give correct and proper advice. And then finally, the glue that holds it all together is our framework, the Python Fast API. Lets the back end talk to the front end, stuff that's typical of a web app. So now that we understand all the technologies behind our product, how exactly does everything fit together? Ajinkya will go ahead and discuss the architecture of our product.
Thank you, Blaze. So our system architecture is mainly divided into two components, front end and back end. I would like to more talk about our backend because since it's our core project. So in backend, we are using a microservice architecture where right now we have three main services. The first service is the land graph service, which is mainly responsible to orchestrate AI agents with RAG to create a customized plan. The second service is user management service, which is responsible to manage user profiles such as create users, update users, delete users. The third service is financial information service, which mainly will help us in extracting key details from the documents that the user will upload in the process of generating a retirement plan. Now I would hand over the stage to Gareth and Gustavo to turn this system architecture into reality.
All right, thank you so much, Ajinkya. We're going to get started with our demonstration here. We're super excited to show this off. So this is our landing page. This is what the user will be met with as they get onto our site. There's a sign up today. That's kind of our onboarding process. But before we do that, let's scroll down a little bit. This is kind of the how it works overview of what our web app actually does. Keep going. And then we have frequently asked questions. Keep going. And we have a footer with some additional details. So let's scroll back up to the top. Go ahead and hit the sign up today and let's get signed up. So this is the My Plans page. This is where the user will be able to access and review and even edit all of the plans, the retirement plans. On the left is an index with the plans they can select from and download. As a full package, they'll be able to download that from here. This is a document viewer of a PDF, which is the comprehensive retirement plan, as they can review it over. And then the two boxes on the right are just pivotal data points related to an overview of that comprehensive plan. And so if the user wants to now edit one of these plans, they can go ahead and hit that button at the bottom, edit plan in PlannerBot. We're going to pass this off to Gustavo to take it from here.
Yeah, that's right. So the screen that you're seeing behind me right now, this is our PlannerBot screen. And this is mainly where our user will interact with our Nestwise agent in order to get their plan. So why don't we go through it together and try to generate our plan for our retirement. So first off, why don't we just greet our Nestwise agent with a simple hello message. And as you can see, the first thing that it asks us is, what is our goal for retirement? It asks us, what do we want for our retirement, right? Again, let's say we have a simple goal of just saving up for retire comfortably, you know? And if we take a look now at the left side of the screen, we have our data for our plan section, which is populated with a list of data fields, all of which our Nestwise agent will be asking us, the user, to provide answers for. If we read the first one, it's our goal, and it's already been completed, and you can see exactly what we wrote. And after that, our Nestwise agent will start asking one question at a time for us to start answering.
Wait, Gustavo, what if I want to put all the data points in one statement instead of continue the conversation?
You know, that's a great point, and he's right, because it might take a while for us to fill in all of the information one question at a time. But thankfully, our Nestwise agent is capable of identifying and extracting multiple data points based on one prompt. And that's mainly thanks to our extractor agent, which is sort of like another part of a Nestwise agent. You know, it's a little component that makes it work. So let's go ahead and do that and give all of information at once. So there you go. We've given it our location, age, salary, and savings. And if you take a look again at the left side of the screen at the data for your plan section, all of our previous fields that we had have now been completed. The extractor has extracted the correct information and associated it with the correct field. But if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that there are new fields highlighted in orange. So what are these new fields? Well, where did they come from? So these fields are custom fields that were generated based on our specific goal that we just told our Nestwise agent. And that's thanks to our matcher agent. Again, another small part that makes up our Nestwise agent, right? So what does the matcher do? After collecting our goal and collecting our initial fields, it dynamically generates custom specified fields based on our goal, right? The reason why we did this is so that when we're generating a plan, the questions that are being asked to us are specifically tailored to our needs and wants. This creates a custom retirement plan. So let's go ahead and do like last time and answer all the questions at once with one prompt. So right now, the planner agent is not at work. And I've been saying agent a lot, so I want to take a step back just to make sure everyone understands. Our Nestwise agent is made up of multiple smaller agents, each with its own specific functionality. All of these are like separate LLMs with its own function, all connected via the land graphing framework that we've implemented. And so talking together, this is how mainly our Nestwise Agent makes a plan, you know, all these 3 connected services. And as you can see right now on the screen, we have now a custom step-by-step plan for our retirement. And I also want to point out that this structure that you're seeing right here, this sort of was developed and implemented by us developers via prompt engineering. And the reason why we did that was because we wanted to sort of mitigate LLM hallucinations and try to provide a consistent output for our users. So if you scroll down a bit, I want to point out the section 5, citations, which is really interesting, because this is where RAG comes in. These citations here are all the references and the sources that our Nestwise agent used in order to generate our plan. So these things right here that you see, using RAG techniques, we have our vector database with documents that we provide in our Nestwise agent. And this way, we get always a reliable and consistent and correct retirement plan. So mainly, that's it. This is sort of our idea for Nestwise. Hopefully, you'll be able to grasp it. And Gareth will finish us off with what we'll plan on doing next semester.
All right, thank you, Gustavo, for that amazing demonstration. Again, we're super excited about this project. So I'm going to take it from here, and I'm going to talk about our plans for next semester. So first, enhanced database management. We want to be able to save these comprehensive plans and that financial data. That way the user, as they log in, can access all of the things that are relative to them. Second, planner agent enhancements. We want to be able to improve our LLM through fine-tuning and other modern technologies in order to achieve a better, comprehensive, more tailored plan. Third, RAG agent improvements. So we want to make sure we have a plethora of vetted options to pull from that is accurate and concurrent with modern financial data. Fourth, financial document upload. We want to be able to have the users to upload documents that are related to any financial portfolio they may have and have the Nestwise agent read over it and apply it to their plans. So, thank you guys so much. We're very grateful to have you here. Again, we are super excited about this project, and we think it has a lot of potential. Retirement confidence should not be a privilege. Our mission, make it accessible to everyone. Thank you so much.